So in my island update for this week, we're going to be taking a look at the Black Friday travel deals and whether these offers are really as good as they say they are. We're also going to be looking at some outstanding travel issues as well that need clarification. We're going to be talking EES, Etias and the hotel check-in rules. Plus we're going to take a look at Mallorca at Christmas. I've got an update about that and I have a weather forecast for the week ahead. But we're going to start this video over here in Etias. I'm over here in Cala Zinzel, and well, it's a lot warmer than it actually looks, because although we've started the day with a little bit of clouds, it's actually very warm. We've got a high today of 21 degrees Celsius, but more about that later on in the video. But first, let's talk about Black Friday and whether these deals really are as good as they say they are. Now, you're going to be seeing on your social media feeds adverts popping up promising amazing discounts in hotels. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is, if possible, try and do a little bit of research before jumping onto the nearest deal and just booking it. See what these prices are now and whether they're going to be reduced during the course of the week. Maybe compare to what you paid last year as well, and see if there really is a discount involved in this, because sometimes you find that some companies, not naming any names, may well raise the prices just before Black Friday, offer a discount, which then means you're actually booking it for the same price that you would do at any other point of the year. Also as well, watch out for companies that use dynamic pricing. So you're going to find some car hire companies, you're going to find also some travel companies as well that use dynamic pricing. If there's a surge of interest, then those prices might start edging their way up as well. Little top tip for you, try and avoid accepting cookies when you're searching on these websites as well, because sometimes the cookies then download, they see you searching again, and that price may well creep up. Just a little bit of something technical there for you. Or try and put a VPN on if you're searching as well, and then it can't track whether you've searched for that particular flight or holiday before too. Now, if you are booking your holiday to Mallorca, I would say that some of the package holiday companies are also offering discounts as well for next summer. I'm referring to Jet2. If you are going to go and check out your package holiday, I'll drop a link to them below. That is an affiliate link. If you go and book your summer holiday through that affiliate link, you're going to help the channel. I will receive a teeny tiny commission at no extra charge. But as I've said, always check the pricing and don't be caught out by these amazing discounts that you're being offered. Also, don't forget as well just how busy the island was the last year. So if you are booking a holiday to Mallorca, the deal that you're going to get now during Black Friday might not actually be that much of a deal, because, well, the hotels don't actually need to reduce their prices. And as we found that last summer, there's very little availability during peak season time. So during July and August, during the summer holidays, or during a half-term or mid-term breaks, you're much more likely to get a really good deal for, say, out of season, so early on in the season, later on in the season. So check out those offers, but it's going to be very unlikely that you're going to find a really well-priced summer holiday. Although correct me, because if you have, let us know below. Let me know what you've booked as well, and let me know if you've got a substantial discount that maybe other people should know about too. Also, if you're looking at just booking a hotel as well, because I've seen all the big hotel chains are offering crazy prices like 40% off. Well, don't forget that you are also going to have to book your flights and transfers as well to go with that. So it could work out cheaper to just go and book your package holiday, which is why I suggest looking at maybe TUI or Jet2 for that. So just do a little price comparison before you're too quick off the mark booking that really cheap accommodation, because it might not be as cheap as you think it is. Same goes with flights as well. This is a really great time of year to get some really good flight bargains. I've seen some low-cost airlines are offering some great discounts. I often try and get my winter flights at this time of year too. However, make sure that you can actually travel on the dates that you're booking the flights, because if you don't, you may actually have to pay to either cancel or to change or amend your flight booking, and you could end up not being quids in terms of picking up a really good discount. But with low-cost airlines as well, also factor in all the hidden extras that you're going to find, because, well, just the other weekend I booked a flight over to Madrid with my daughter. We're going to go shopping for the day, and the government tax is actually more expensive than the flight itself. So even though you're going to get a really cheap flight, just look at all the added extras that come with that. That includes as well paying for your seat. Don't forget, with EasyJet and Ryanair, you have to actually pay for your seat. It's very unlikely you're going to get it for free. Also bear in mind the hand luggage rules as well. So if you've seen my previous videos about being careful about hand luggage, I'll also drop a link to a very important video that you really must watch just below if you are booking a low cost flight, particularly this winter for a long weekend. Check out the rules and also how you could be caught out if you're boarding your flight as well at the last minute by those cheeky check-in staff. So just bear that in mind. If you're going ahead to get a cheap flight, just bear in mind all the added extras too. But this is a great time of year. The Black Friday sales are a great time of year to maybe go ahead and book your car hire. At least for me, when I book in the UK, I often find a car hire company that has a free cancellation policy. So if I know roughly when I'm going to travel, I'll go and book that car hire, and if I have to change it or if I have to cancel that booking, it's not going to incur a cost, and you could get a really good discount. Same goes as well with travel insurance too. You can often get about a 10 or a 20% discount on travel insurance at this time of year. So if you are a frequent traveller, you may wish to pick up an annual travel insurance policy, and you could get that at a really good price. But just be really careful before you book it. If you do have any pre-existing medical conditions, make sure you contact that company first, because those are going to push the price of that travel insurance up and cost a little bit more than you actually think. So just don't be too quick to book, and don't be too quick off the mark if you see a really good annual travel insurance policy without declaring those pre-existing medical conditions. Also, in the case of coming over here on holiday to Mallorca, I've seen on social media a few Black Friday discounts on some big attractions over here. Before you go ahead and book, make sure you read the cancellation policy or the amendment policy. Make sure that you can either cancel that booking and get your money back, or you can amend it at no extra charge too, because if you're booking in November to go and see a show or to go to an attraction in, say, July, your plans may well change. Make sure you're not locked into a certain date as well, and make sure you're not going to lose any money if your plans indeed do change. And also maybe if these bookings are going to be covered by your travel insurance too. So that's just something else to look at as well. If you're in the Black Friday sales and you're going crazy with your credit cards and trying to pick up a bargain too, just make sure, always check the cancellation and the amendment policy as well, and just make sure you don't lose out. Okay, this leads us seamlessly onto talking about a few key travel issues that need some clarification. Now, I am still being asked about the entry-exit system, the EES, about the Etias visa waiver programme for third country travellers, as well as the hotel check-in rules as well, and when that's going to come in. Well, the update about all three of those is that there is no further news since I last spoke about it. Now, regarding the entry-exit system for third country travellers coming into any airport in Europe from, say, the United Kingdom or the United States, we'll see over at the airports that this equipment has been put into place. It's all there ready and waiting, but the whole EES has been delayed indefinitely, and there's no move forward date from that as well. So at this point, I'm going to say consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll bring you all the latest travel updates regarding that as we move on into the future. The same goes with the Etias visa waiver, again for third country travellers, so coming from the United Kingdom and the United States. It's a visa waiver that allows you to enter European countries without requiring a holiday visa in the future. Once again, I've got no more information about that. Should be coming in the spring. It's been delayed once again. Is it going to go ahead? Who knows? Really couldn't say at this point, but we shall see. The main issue here is regarding travel disruption, and of course they don't want to bring in the EES and the Etias and cause mass travel disruption. So when all of the issues have been ironed out, then I guess they're going to implement it. But for now, it's travel as normal and going on into next year, unless we hear otherwise, in which case I shall let you know in my Monday updates. Also, regarding the hotel check-in rules as well, and the huge amount of information that hotels will be collecting about you in Spain, regardless of from where you're travelling from in the world. Again, this was delayed. Again, it's been delayed until December. Are we going to get an update about whether this is going ahead or not? I don't know. I just don't know. We don't know. We're going to get an update about that hopefully in December. Are they just going to be collecting the basic information, or are they going to go ahead and collect just about every other piece of information that I mentioned in one of my previous videos? If you want to find out more about that, I'll also drop a link to that below, or I'll pin it at the end of this video too. Okay, which then leads us on to talking about Mallorca at Christmas, which seems kind of weird because it is so warm here today. But as you may know, and from my video from last Monday, I talked about the switch on of the Christmas lights taking place in Palma. Now, on the Saturdays leading up to Three Kings Day, which is actually on the night of the 5th of January, Palma, every single Saturday night on the run up to that day is going to be very busy. So if you are coming over for a long weekend, go back and watch that video. Check out my warning about how busy Palma is and what you need to look out for if you're coming over here for a long weekend break, because that video is still going to apply. Saturday night is going to be the busiest night in the city. If you don't like crowds, go on any other night of the week, and shops in Palma City are going to be open on the Sunday as well now on the run up to Christmas, so don't worry too much about not finding stuff open on the Sunday. It should be a little bit quieter over there, but Saturday nights are still going to be pretty packed in the city, so just bear that in mind. Also, really good news as well if you're coming over with kids and maybe you want to go and check out the nativity scenes, which Spain is very famous for, and we do have a route that goes all around the nativity scenes in the city and where you can find them. The first nativity scene has actually been opened now, and that is in the town hall. It's the biggest nativity scene. It's in Plaza de Court. If you want to find out where the other nativity scenes are going to be, I wrote an article all about this last year. I'll drop a link to that article in the description text below, so you can take yourself off on a tour of the city as well and go and check out all the nativity scenes, or as they call here, their Belens. So go and check those out. Which leads us onto the weather for the week ahead from over here in Mallorca. Now, as you can see, I'm in a t-shirt on the beach here, which is quite unusual for this time of year. I'm not even in the coat. It couldn't feel less Christmassy, even if it tried. So are we going to get a temperature drop this week? Well, no, we're not during the day at least, because we've got highs this week of around 20-21 degrees Celsius. It's going to feel a lot warmer if you're in the full sun as well, so don't forget your sun cream if you are coming over. The lows we're going to experience are going to be when it gets dark at night time, and when that sun goes in, the temperature does suddenly drop. So lows we're going to have of around 10 degrees Celsius. It's going to feel quite cold at night, but as you can see, we're still enjoying lovely sunny weather from over here. And in fact, as I was just walking over to Cala Zinzal, over on Cala Comtessa, I did see people going into the sea swimming, so it's still even swimmable over here as well. So you may want to bring your swim stuff and your bikini over here if you are coming over here for a long weekend or a winter break. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be hopefully bringing out my Mallorca in December video out towards the end of this week. I'm going to be hopefully over looking at the Palma Christmas lights maybe next weekend. We'll see what the weather is like then too. But in the meantime, don't forget you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.